Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, September 17th, 2019. Super excited. We've had a great time already with my friends Anna Gazzara, the beautiful Anna Gazzara right next to me. And then I'm going to try to get Hafid's last name. It's Boujidi.
No, we said Bougie
Boujidi.
with a D-I. Boujidi.
Boujidi.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I told
Boujidi
you.
with the
But this is
DI.
good. I like to learn. Boujidi.
Awesome.
Okay, I did it. All right, so let us know you can hear us or see us. I know we're at an interesting time in the afternoon, but I don't know if you guys know the reason I asked that is because I did one show. Betsy, what's up? Betsy's going to come on the show at some point. She's amazing. I did an entire show once where they could not hear us at all, and yet people commented. My beautiful deaf contingency loved the show, every minute of it, and nobody could. Hey, what's up, Lori Rivera? So give us a heart or a thumbs up, or give us a thumbs down. I've had that happen before where they can't hear us, but you want to learn from Anna and Hafid. Okay, Boujidi.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I had to practice for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
Lori
yeah.
gave us a thumbs up and a heart. Thank you, Lori, so much. We've got to get Lori on the show too. All right, so
This is
welcome.
awesome.
So I love the topic. I absolutely love what we're going to talk about, but everybody wants to get to know you guys. So we want to get to know who you are, a little bit about you before we dive into the topic and then what you're doing right now. So give us a little background. We'll start with Anna.
Okay. My name is Anna Gazzara. I born in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, a city that many of you guys have heard about before because it's a beautiful city. I decided to move into USA about 18 years ago. I have my family here.
Why? Why did you move here?
Why? The time that I decided to move to Florida specifically was, first of all, because the weather was very close, very similar to what
Sure.
we have in Brazil. And I coming to go to school and learn more about it, never with the intention of stay, but then I decided to stay.
Well, I mean, it is a beautiful place. We do live beautiful. What did you want to come do here? You wanted to come to school? You wanted to learn a trade? What did you want to do when you got
Yeah,
here?
learn about the cultural aspect, learn more about the English part of it. It's not common in Brazil, we have English in the school. I wanted to learn, be able to speak with people, and go back to Brazil. So when
And that didn't happen.
well, that did. But guess what? I went back home and I felt that Brazil was not home anymore. So I was like, I was here, I was missing Brazil. I was in Brazil, I was missing here.
Yeah, that happens, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's a big leap to come from another country and decide to put roots here. Did you have family and friends here already before you came the
No.
first time?
No.
So you just came on your own. I think that's so brave. I love that.
Yes, until today I'm the crazy one for my family.
I love that about you, though.
Yes.
And so you got here, and then what did you do? What were you? And then you came back. So what did you do when you came back? That's really what I want to know.
Well, I was in the fashion industry before.
That's right. She was in fashion, people.
Yes, I
Oh.
was fashion editor for some of the Brazilians magazine, including here in Florida. I used to plan fashion shows, work with the Miss Brazil. I did the Miss Brazil 2008, like I was one of the producers. We did a lot of, include here too, and the Citrus Club. We did a fashion show here before.
Nice. I did not know that. See?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the part of me of a lot of people. Because sometimes I get people, when I was in fashion, people call me Paula. You know,
Paula.
Paula.
Very nice.
My name is Ana
Is
Paula.
that your? Oh, okay. So I was like, wow, is that your stage name?
Well,
Paula.
that was. And as a matter of fact, my mom just called me Ana Paula if she was mad.
Oh yeah, you got the middle name in there. Yeah, that's normal.
Yes, yes. When I first start, when I come over and people start to call me for my first name, I was kind of confused. Sometimes people say Anna, and I'm just like, there.
Oh yeah, the Americanized version, Anna. That's why I asked. I wanted to make sure it was Anna.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
And I'm just like, Anna. Oh, that's me. That's me, Ana Paula. Yes. And I was married before, so before coming here, that was one of the biggest reason I got divorced, and I did not want to be the divorced one. Back then, I'm very old-fashioned style. So
And so how do you go from fashion to real estate? And then we're going to get to Hafid.
yes. So when my daughter born, I was like, okay, it's time for me to stop that. I love the fashion world. Was able to do so many different things, learn a lot, and but that was not something that I wanted to do when I have a kid, because I don't want her to grow up like and the mom not be home, because sometimes you have to go to a photo shoot. Now we have technology and things go totally different.
Right.
But sometimes you have to get the shooting at 5 a.m. So you gotta go to the island or somewhere. You'll be days until you get the perfect shooting. I did not want that. So I say, I gotta change and I gotta do something that I like. Otherwise, I would not be able to do a work
Sure.
that I could not enjoy, that I don't like. I think that, especially for the people that are starts right now, if you're moving career or something, just pick something that you like. Looking over to somebody that can mentor you, like admire somebody. It's okay to you looking up to somebody, say, you know, I want to be just like that person.
Right.
It's very important that choose something that you like, and you'll be successful. So I did change to the real estate, thought that I would have more time.
And you never look back.
No. The fun.
You love real estate.
Yeah, I do, and the fun part is like I thought that I would have more time, but guess what? I'm on the road all the time. I'm still travel all the time.
Listen, but you're in charge of your schedule, which
Yeah.
is sort of nice.
Yeah, and my kids, they got to join me, like sometimes coming with me. My husband got to do, because he work allow him to travel too. So I love my work.
I love it. All right, so Hafid, tell us about you. Give us your background, your origin story.
All right. Born and raised in Morocco, beautiful Morocco, North Africa, Mediterranean, Atlantic. Moved in the state when I was 24. I moved because of Disney. I had the international program, and it was to Epcot. I came in when I was 24, and I never left.
Wait, so did you work the Moroccan pavilion?
Oh, I did.
No way.
I did all of it. I bussed, I served, I bartended.
Nice.
I even played drums with the belly dancer show.
That's one of my favorite pavilions at Epcot.
did.
That's amazing.
I did. So I almost did all of it. I was grateful. It was an awesome experience. And after the year ends, I was supposed to go back to Morocco. I never did. That's because of a blunder. Her name is Kristen now. It's Kristen Boujidi. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I know. The blonde got me.
The blonde got him.
Yeah, all the way from Wisconsin. We met here, and we're still together. 15 years,
Oh my
going
God,
to
that's
16.
awesome.
Yeah, grateful for her. I mean, she was always my backbone. She's always my
That's awesome.
my helpful, and again.
And
16
how did you
years.
go? How did you switch from hospitality, which is basically Disney, just on?
Yes. So
I mean, it's on
I
steroids,
started
but-
hospitality was in Morocco. I have a degree in hospitality, 2 years degree and I bartended in Morocco. But before that, I was working for my dad, which is a builder. He was building new
Here?
homes. No, back in Morocco.
Oh, back in Morocco.
Yes, and then I changed a career back in Morocco, going hospitality. And then when I came here, still hospitality until I bought my first home. And then the things kind of make sense to me. It's like, no, I'd like to do that. I'd like to help people. Still,
So you have a little bit. So it's in your blood. Your dad was
a builder
in
construction,
Morocco.
and I
Yeah.
started working with him since I was able. I mean, I used to go when I was very young, play in the sand, and then gradually in the summer I didn't know when I start working. It was just gradually. It was not a decision to be made. It was just I found myself doing that.
Right. That's interesting. All right, so you come here though, and then what was the market like for you guys when you made this shift? Because it sounds all pretty and glamorous, right? I think people think, oh, you're in real estate, or you're a mortgage guy, or we're all at the Citrus Club right now on the 18th floor. We don't really work. But that's not really how it goes. So you made a leap both of you, out of something where you were used to it, you had an income that you could depend on, and then all of a sudden you're out on your own because you're basically your own entrepreneur. more. So how did that work?
Well, Ted, it's funny. I came to the States with $350 in my pocket.
Nice.
I still have the $350. I'm not.
That I have no doubt. I got you.
So when I started real estate, I think I was done with the food and beverage. I still miss it. I still love it. I was just done with it, and I decided to do something with my life, something different. And through the course of buying my own home, it was the time, I think, that I decided, you know what, this is what I want to do, and this is the time I want to do it. The only thing is, I started in 2011, and there was nothing. Every realtor I know was leaving the business and going somewhere else.
Right.
And everybody's like, what are you doing? This is not the business.
2011, sure.
Yeah. So I when I made that decision, I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is what I think or believe that what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, and here I am. I'm still doing it. I'm grateful. My first deal actually was 2011. Was a short sale that the file was pretty much thousands of paper. It was a lot, and
short sales were a different animal back
yes, then. Yes, that was in the market back then. There was nothing else.
I told you about the phone. By the way, listen, don't call me during the show. All right, so how did you guys come together? How did you two meet and decide, all right, we can figure out how to work together? Because honestly, what I think a lot of people know, or maybe they don't know, is that realtors are your own boss. I mean, you have a broker most of the time, but you guys are out getting the business, earning the business, working the business. There's so much there. And so how did you guys come together?
I'll start with that. I'll tell my story first. But the reason why, because I started being involved at Aura because of Lori Rivera. And then
Lori gets a shout out.
Lori was grateful, and she's still one of the best
amazing.
people I met in my career. The second person was Anna. When I got to Aura, I found Anna with big heart. Like, she worked on me, and she still teach me.
She's got a great heart, right?
Oh, she's the best, and I'm still learning from her. I'm grateful for what she does, for not just Aura, for global, and for myself as well.
That's awesome.
That's how we met. We met actually a global.
All right, so what's the real story, Anna?
Really?
Oh.
Kidding, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm a big believer in teamwork. I think because of my fashion background, like, people see fashion show and they run away, 20 minutes of show, they don't have an idea that we work like sometime a year in advance to get that done.
Right.
And that's a lot of people involved. You cannot have a project accomplished without every single person that is involved with that project. In the same way, I see the real estate. I got my license. I have the experience of being remodeling houses, like flipping houses, because I used to do that in Brazil since I was back home. I have the background in fashion, so decor and all this, it's all fun. And I mean, like, I got my license, and now what? How I'm gonna do? So I started to go to our association. That's the reason that until today I volunteer my time to the association, because
Aura?
Yes, Aura, Orlando Regional Realtor Association. I come back like new in the business and with the desire of learn. I'm a big believer in learn.
Lots of education.
Education is important.
It's so important.
It's important to plan. I believe in plan, know where you want to get. Your image is important, as we was talking early, and
we were.
Yes.
So important.
Everybody knows you. Like when I travel, I look at like different Jack, and I look at you. I'm just like thinking of you.
You have to have a signature brand. You have to brand yourself, right? And I think that's so important. I think you have to. You're right. And you, as a fashion guru with experience, I love that. I take that as a big compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, that's so. I got involved with the association by being with my desire of learn. I wanted to learn, and I don't want to learn just like about anywhere. I want to learn with the people that really know. So it's nothing better than going to the association. I was in every class. So
There's a lot of classes.
It is. My first year, like, I even have an award for extra hours in class because I did a lot. I did not even have an idea that they have this type of hours. But because I learned and somebody was there to give me the attention, I was like, that's what I wanted to do. I want to guide other agents. I want to help people that are getting their license. I want to be involved with the association more. I wanted to volunteer my time in the causes and be able to help them. Because the same way that I was scared. I was very scared when I changed. I was like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing?
Right.
I'm leaving something that I'm working so hard to get to the point where I am, and now I'm just drop everything and start in the real estate. Are people gonna, choose me as the realtor? It's so many realtors. It's a competition. But that is really not competition. Each person is individual. And if you are watching us here today, I do encourage you. I receive a lot of emails. People contact me on Instagram, say that they get motivated, and I love that because that's what we wanted to do. We wanna share that with you. We wanna share the experience. There's a lot of amazing people there that they are ready to help you get your business start.
Agreed. So how did you two find the right mix? Because a lot of times partnerships or working together or whatever level you're at, it can be difficult, right? I mean, it's kind of like a marriage. It's kind of like any kind of relationship. So how can you encourage? Because I think a lot of times realtors feel like they're their own island and they're afraid to work with somebody or partner with somebody.
So me and Anna, we don't work for the same office.
You do not.
Yes.
I know that.
We do a lot of work together. We do a lot of business inside and outside Aura together. And I think the key to it is put the differences on the side and look at the bigger picture. We not just helping each other, we helping the people to do, and we do what we do because we love it, and we put everything aside, and whatever takes to get that homeowner or that new buyer, whatever they need, and we put our personal
I love
differences.
I love that. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
So when you said Anna's going to be on the show with me, I thought, all right, this is interesting. We're not at the same office.
No.
But I love the collaboration because we're really big about promoting anything collaborative on the show. And so you guys are a prime example of putting away your egos.
Absolutely.
And coming together for the common cause, which is helping your buyer seller, helping the industry, being a good example in the industry, and then finding a way to work together, because I think people think that they can do it all by themselves, and you could,
Yeah.
but it's so much better when you have somebody that you work with, or you have a commonality there. And so how awesome is it for you guys to be on the show and talk about that? And remember, they're not at the same place, which I love.
One of my things is the only competition that I have is myself. If I can convince myself to wake up every day and do whatever I need to do every day, I'm a winner. That's my only competition. I'm not worried about Anna. I'm not worried about this guy or this guy. I'm worried about myself to do the things that I was supposed to do. There is plenty of fish in the ocean. It just, you have to do what you have to do every day to get what you need.
So speaking of that, what is your guys' formula? Do you get up in the morning and run 10 miles? What is your thing that you start your day with? Because I believe that. I think there is, for successful people, there is something about their routine that makes them successful. I'm not saying it's morning, because mine is not morning. However, I'm a big believer in you have to have some part in your day where there is something routine that you do, something that you do consistently. How about you guys? Do you do something consistently? Meditation, prayer, workout, could be anything.
I was coached by Tom Ferry.
Oh yeah, sure.
Before, and one of the exercises that I do is when I wake up, I have to write down 5 things that I'm grateful for, and 5 things that 5 things that I'm grateful for every day, or 5 to 10 things that I'm grateful for every day.
Yeah.
And that kind of, just for example, my kids. I'm grateful for my kids, for my wife, for my home, for my mom, for my brothers, for the bread I'm eating, for the roof I have, for the pillow I have. Just
Right.
look around yourself. Just look what happened recently with the hurricane, and we're grateful
Exactly.
that we're not there. We're grateful we're here. We have camera, we have phone, we have water, we have this and this and that. So those are one of the little exercises that I learned to do every day.
I like
when
that you
I'm in
said pillow
time.
because I think a lot of people get caught up, and then I'm going to ask Anna the same thing. A lot of people get caught up in, well, my life is in the toilet, and I understand that because we've all been there. We've all been in a bad spot, and so but you have to think about the basics. Then you go back to your basic human needs. Do you have a roof over your head? So if you begin your day, and that's how I begin my day. If you begin your day with gratitude, it's super difficult after you've written down 3 to 5 to 10 things to be in a bad mood. I'm just going to tell you, it's super hard. You could fight against it and be in the bad mood, but most of the time you're writing down these things and you start to think about those things and they're positive. And so what a better way to kick off your day than being positive? What do you do, Anna? What's your routine to make you successful?
I agree with the both of you. When I wake up every day, when I open my eyes, I am very thankful. I'm a Christian. I'm not
too.
going by religion. I love everybody, and I think that's just one God, and we have to respect all the diversity in this world. But I believe that when you wake up, and just the fact that you know that's people in the hospital, that's people like what just happened with the Bahamas. I was like
Right.
heartbroken. Like
too.
I'm a
Still.
mother. I heard like the lady calling, like you say, God, please bless because the roof went off, and I have like 4 months old baby with me. I start crying.
Sure.
So when you looking around the world and you realize that I have a home, I'm alive, my kids are healthy, and we are rich. The real,
Yeah,
We
and we are
really are.
yeah, the real richness are inside of you, you know. So I wake up with the desire of I have like it's something about me. Every day I have to do something good to somebody.
Good.
Either
I
sometimes.
like that a lot.
Yeah, and I teach my kid about this too. Like the other day, I was with my daughter in Walmart, and she was looking for toys. So I'm just like, we don't need more toys. And she said,
There's always room for toys,
no.
Mom.
And she was like, Mommy, this kid's crying. The mommy doesn't want to buy the toy because she might not have the money. Can we buy the toy and give it to
Oh,
this
that's
kid?
awesome.
Wow.
That's good. That's good.
That's what I teach my kids, and I like that about it. Like I feel that I have a mission every day. Either put a smile on somebody. Like we all have a problem. You know, like my life is not perfect. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, she travel all the time and she is like selling those million homes." It is not always about that. You know, like we going through like the moments. Not our transaction. It's easy as it seems. We might make that looking like easy because my goal to the clients and the customers are not bring them problem but solutions. So I hold like a lot of depression on my shoulder to
Sure.
make sure things going all right, but have a good and positive attitude every day. You know, like I avoid being near to people that are negative.
Well, I want to talk about that really quick because I think it's important. So it's always in the afternoon. We talk about being positive, but I want you to know that all three of us, I'm speaking for them, but I'm going to go out on a limb.
Go for it.
We don't always have a positive 24/7. So we're up here telling you that that's what we do, but are we 100% good at it every single day? Do we have moments where we get upset, cry, angry,
Absolutely.
ticked off? Do we have moments where we wake up and we go, I have no desire to be grateful about anything?
Yep.
We all do that. So what we're trying to tell you is those are part of our routines that we do to try to keep us on track, but we're all human. Because I have a lot of people that reach out to me after the show, well, you guys are all evolved. Okay, have you seen me? I am the least evolved human being on the planet. But we all do this to try every single day. It's our goal to be that, and we're conscious of it. That's the part you have to be aware of. You can also be conscious of the fact that you don't want to do it. Maybe you're having the worst week of your life and you have no desire to be grateful about anything. All right, live it, breathe it, do it, and then get back to your routine. But I want you to know that we're not all perfect any time, but certainly we just want to give you some tools to try. All right, so I love the title of the show. Work so hard, and I'm paraphrasing, work so hard that you never have to introduce yourself. Everybody knows you. I love that. Where did that come from, Hafid?
Wow, I didn't know you could ask me that question. But anyway,
You never know what questions I'm going to ask on the show. It's late in the afternoon, brother. You know how this goes. But you had to have an idea in mind, because I love that topic, because I think a lot of people go to networking events and then you'll have time to think as I'm speaking.
It's okay. No,
but I believe it's
think.
important. Go ahead, go.
Oh well, you know what? All my life, the only time you get rewarded in when you do something, I never ask for title, and I work hard enough, and the title will come to me somehow. And that was my even when I learned that when I was working with my dad. I never asked for a raise. I never asked for I'm better at this. Let me do this instead of that. It just come to you. You know what? I think you're good at that. You can do it, and that's the reward, and that's the more rewarding with a big appreciation. And that feels a bit different than going and asking, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Okay, all right. So we want to talk before we head out. We're going to finish it up in a second, and we're going to share all of Anna's contact information, Hafid's contact information, how you're going to reach out to them. But we have some big stuff going on coming up at ORA, Orlando Regional Realtors Association. So we want to let Hafid have a second or two, or whatever long you want, to talk about that.
Yes. It's the election, ORA election for leadership. I am personally running along with my friend Anna Gazzara for ORA Board of Directors. The vote will be 23rd to the 27th. We appreciate your vote. We appreciate if you ask us questions while we running. I don't think we have time to talk about that, but I'll leave my contact and Anna's contact. You can ask us any questions, and I hope you ask me a million questions, because I love answering questions, especially when it comes to that topic. We're running to make a difference on our business, the realtor brand, nationally and internationally.
See, they want to make a difference. So here's what you can do. I'm going to share their contact information afterward. I've already tagged both of them, so you know how to reach out to them on Facebook. You can either reach out to them directly. We're all going to follow the show, so if you want to comment afterward, once we share the show in all of our groups, please feel free to do that, because we'll all follow up. But I love it when there are people who want to make a difference and they want to get involved. That's why I love this season. I've had a lot of people running for office, not just ORA, but I had a sheriff candidate on yesterday. I've got lots of people who are running for cool stuff. I love that we're involved. Why? Because that shows there's passion and compassion, and people want to get involved, and I love that you want to make a difference. So I love that. All right. So we're big promoters on mentorship here on the TED Show and TED's community. And so I would love for you guys to give a shout out, as brief or long as you want, to a mentor that helped you out, somebody who was important to you, impacted your life. It could be multiple people, one person. I'm easy. It's all you. I'm going to kill whoever is calling me right now, yes. And I'm going to block you, so I hope it's not my wife. So I love you, honey. But tell us somebody who's impacted you. We will start with Anna.
Okay, I have many people that impact my life, but we're talking about my mom. My real dad, he's died. I was very young, and my mom had to raise us on her own until she's remarried. I pretty much have to I was the older one, so I have to help my mom with my brothers and sisters. So I look into my mom and see all that she did for us to have a good education and on her own. And I was giving when I look now, how that she always say, it's just is so amazing, because I take those words until today in my life. If you wanted to be somebody in your life, you have to start today, looking up to your attitudes, the way how you're talking, the way how you performance yourself, because one day you might see something that you like or you don't like about you, at the time that would be needed. So she is one of my big mentors for
Love it.
this and so many other things. I love to read. So, but Brian Tracy is one of my favorite authors. I love motivated speakers and the way how he motivated, especially for our field. You learn a lot. So keep learning with the people that you see, that you admire, until you be able to be a mentor yourself.
I
to
like it.
somebody.
Yes, we want more mentors. All right, Hafid, what about you?
I can write a book. I'll start with my dad. Passed away a couple years. I learned everything I know from him. My mom, that's still fighting for us. My brothers and my wife, absolutely. And you should be surprised that some of my mentors are my two kids. 5
Sure.
years old, Zane, and 13, Zach. That is crazy how much I learned from those two kids. It's unbelievable. Shout out to the people in the community that try every day to help others. To those guys that do work every day and then help others, I don't have to name names, but do know themselves, and we know a lot of them. And it just, as I said, I can write a book about the people that makes a difference in our community.
You guys have been a joy to have on. So we have Anna Gazzara and Hafid Boujidi.
Here you go.
All right. All right,
Okay.
so you want to reach out to them. Look, they're loving, caring, kind people. That's what we want in our worlds, and they're obviously big about helping other people because they've been helped, and they do a lot in our community, especially in our real estate community. But listen, did you hear what they had to say? There was lots of good nuggets there. So appreciate you guys being on here. Appreciate you
Dad.
putting up with whoever called me 75 times. I love you. I'm going to love you a lot once I have another cocktail after this. Appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you,
Reach
Ted.
out to both of them. They're both running for Aura
Board of Directors.
Board of Directors. And so listen, it's super easy if you're a realtor to vote and you want to get involved. Your vote counts. I'm an affiliate, so my vote does not count. But any realtor who is part of the Aura organization should definitely vote. So we
But
love you guys.
Involvement and your love. is
I love you
appreciated.
guys. Absolutely. All right.
And
You guys are
absolutely.
amazing. All right.
Thank you.
We love you. We'll see you soon. Mwah. See you next time.